And we're live. Roll up, everybody gather, come and join. One man went to mow. Yes, we're doing it again. The afternoon session. This is now occurring with some regularity, with some frequency. So I'm frequently here, so you frequent this place as well, so that we congregate to discuss matters Nigeria related. The session about to commence and your company certainly required. So one man went to mow is in session again, that afternoon space that we oftentimes occupy. We're occupying that afternoon session again, and your presence is required to come and spend however long the session lasts with your man. One man went to mow, Kokwemeji. One man went to mow. So come gather, come join. The session has commenced, and your company is required. That bald-headed or you laughing man that talks in that rather peculiar voice, this is he, I am he. Who are you? How are you? One man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Water, only water, water, only water, where they see ma. Water, only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido, hapa o naido, hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido, oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Chief Wáìlà tí kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀.
We try that again. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed. So where is that thing? So the eagle has landed. We try that again.
Water, only water, water, only water, where they see ma. Water, 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 water. Hapa o naido, hapa o naido, hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido, hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Chief Wáìlà tí kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mùdé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùdé jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Odúyẹ̀dá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrol sódàmà ẹ̀yẹ o ó dilé o. Petrol sódùkẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dilé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbé ṣe o.
And there we are. Iku Kuniriwa Gbeshe, powerful prayers by the care guides. Iku Konirigba Weshe, as guys, I bring you this. Why Oyingbo market was shut down. Tinubu speaks. We covered this story extensively yesterday about how the daughter of the Jagaban of GBT had shut down Oyingbo market, trying to shake down the tomato sellers for 5 million naira a pop. So the right to reply, she speaks to the space. Why Oyingbo market was shut down, a headline attributed to Tinubu. So we find out soon enough how she justifies the unjustifiable. ISWAP releases photos of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU, others slain soldiers, armored vehicles captured from army in Borno. So this space again, a recurring decimal now for several decades within the Nigerian space. They keep reassuring us that they've technically defeated these people, but I don't think they sent the memo to these people that they are technically defeated, because these people don't sound defeated to me. ISWAP releases photos of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU, others slain soldiers, armored vehicles captured from army in Borno. So that doesn't sound like a defeat to me. That sounds like people on the verge of being victorious. Breaking, Nigeria may face arms embargo over killing of hashtag NSAS protesters. So the consequences of that space coming thick and fast off the back of the the report submitted by the Lagos State panel. So Nigeria may face arms embargo over killing of hashtag protesters. So quite what that means and where that embargo is coming from, we find out soon enough. Petrol prices highest in the southeast, lowest in the northeast in October. NBS, so it looks as though now Buhari is just going to sweat the last drop of blood from the eastern quarters as he continues to pellet them with bullets. He continues to uh, deep into their pockets to relieve them of their wallet. He relieves them of their wallet, their bookie from Daura. Petrol prices highest in the southeast, lowest in the northeast in October, a headline attributed to the National Bureau of Statistics. So we can't find out quite how that is justified. So this is a space now that is going to now land, is going to birth in a port very shortly. So yay or nay is now where we are. So it looks as though it is yay. Tinubu 2023 campaign billboard spotted in Abuja. So it's quite looming and large, and it has a central point spot in the city. So there's nobody driving through Abuja that is not signaled to what the intentions of the Jagaban of DBT are. So there it is. Here comes out. Tinubu's 2023 campaign billboard spotted in Abuja. So this is more a photo than a narrative, but there is a small caption. So we'll go to that. So this guy now has been for years and decades straddling the Nigerian space, the global stage even, boasting and preening and peacocking, claiming how wealthy he is, to the point that he dubbed himself the son of a rich man. Davido rather raises 151 million naira day after posting account details on social media. So he claims to be OBO, Omo Baba Olowo. This is what he calls himself. I've never heard of such a thing, but I heard it first from this short little guy from Ogun State. So he claims to be Omo Baba Olowo, but then fair enough, boastful, but if he stands up to facts, then it stands up to facts. So how then is an Omo Baba Olowo doing this? Davido raises 151 million naira day after posting account details on social media. So cap in hand, Omo Baba Olowo, that is an oxymoron from a moron, you would say. The 100 million challenge, when my bank wants to meet with me, Davido. So now you will think that he is raising this money for some charitable cause, but alas, it is not. And we will find out exactly what this self-styled rich boy is intending to do with the monies that is begging for. So from the Omo Baba Olowo to the Owo being relieved of the Easterners via petrol levy and everything in between, all up for discussion. So kick back, lean back, chill out, relax, get yourself a warm cup of cocoa, and just spend however long this session lasts with me. We come in then via the usual pathway. And by the way, the hyperlink is in the comment section if you want to come join live on screen. But we come in, as I said, via the usual pathway, another Python dance.
ISWAP omeriwo n'Izu onírò ya abakare mama na ụra unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2. Na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi bụ onye du ISWAP omeriwo n'Izu onírò ya abakare mama ndawora unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, na Python dance 3. Unabori meri Nnamdi.
And there we are. Nnamdi Mati win a war. Python dance, Nnamdi Mati win a war. Python dance. So Nnamdi Mati win a war. As guys, I bring you this. Why Oyingbo market was short. Tinubu's right to reply. The daughter, Chief Mrs. FOLASHADE Tinubu Ojo, the Iyaloja General of Nigeria, has explained the circumstances that led to the closure of the popular Oyingbo market in Lagos last Friday. She stated that Honorable Omolola Eseyin, the chairman of the Lagos mainland local government, which oversees the Oyingbo market, ordered the immediate closure of the market over the very poor hygiene conditions in the market. Tinubu Ojo stated this whilst addressing members of the press at Alausa, Ikeja on Wednesday. The chairman of the local government called me and said that she had ordered the immediate closure of the market. She said the market was too dirty and not appropriate as a sales for food items to be consumed by human beings. I also visited the market myself and ordered the traders to immediately commence a sanitation exercise and that the market will not be reopened until the market was properly cleaned. In order not to make the traders suffer much losses, I asked that traders selling perishable items to continue selling till the end of the day, but no trader at all will be allowed to sell from the next day. The Iyaloja of Agric Koka Odunade section of the Oyingbo market, Mrs. Abimbola, also said that they had raised a team to conduct a spot check on the Oyingbo market if it was clean enough to be opened, but on getting there, we found that the market was worse than how it was the last time they checked. Speaking further, Chief Mrs. Tinubu Ojo said that Ministry of Environment officials and also her own speaking further, Chief Mrs. Tinubu said that Ministry of Environment officials and also her own took pictures as evidence of how dirty the market was. She also addressed the issue of allegations against her that she had ordered Oyingbo market traders to pay a levy of 5 million naira. BBC Yoruba reported that I ordered the closure of the market because they did not pay the 5 million naira levy. This is common blackmail that some of the traders resort to so that they can cover their misdemeanor. A section of them were even trying to intimidate us whilst we were at the market, but we stood our ground. She seized the opportunity to advise all Lagos market traders to make sure they sanitize their markets and also make it clean. So there you are, the right to reply, a categorical denial coupled with an explanation. ISWAP releases photos of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU, other slain soldiers, armored vehicles captured from army in Borno. Militants from the Islamic State-backed faction of Boko Haram, the Islamic State West Africa province, formerly known as Jumat al-Ha-Sunnah, whatever, have released pictures of 4 soldiers, including Brigadier General ZARMA Zakusu, killed by the group during an ambush on troops in Bulgama, Askiri Uba local government area of Borno State. ISWAP had, in a statement on Sunday, claimed 17 Nigerian soldiers were killed during the 2 attacks on the local government area. According to the group, 13 soldiers were killed when its fighters attacked troops at a military base in Iskara town, while 4 others were killed during an ambush at Buguma, a few kilometers from Askira. However, the Islamic terror group on Wednesday released a picture showing 4 bodies of dead soldiers, including that of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU, killed in Bugama. ZIRKUSU, until his death, was the commander of the 28th Task Force in Chibok. He was said to have mobilized his men to provide reinforcement in Askira, which was under attack, but his team were ambushed on their way to provide support for soldiers battling the insurgents. The insurgents also displayed a Surah 4K 4FA armored tank and Stroke Phantom 2 APC captured from the army. The armored tank is an Austrian armored personnel carrier with caterpillar trucks, while the Phantom 2 is a new version of the 4x4 armored personnel carriers. Other than 5-door config, goes on to give details of the weaponry seized by the Boko Haram or whatever it is that they are, ISWAP. ISWAP as well displayed photographs of different weapons and ammunition stolen from the military. Correspondents had reported that ISWAP fighters on Saturday engaged Nigerian troops in a gun battle at a military base in Iskara, Borno State. Some civilians had said they sighted the terrorists in a long convoy of gun trucks along Ngude axis of Askira. The civilian added that they reported the movement of the terrorists to security forces, but no action was taken before the deadly group stormed Iskira town hours later. Since the death of JAS leader Abubakar Shekau, ISWAP has been consolidating its grip in locations around Lake Chad. The sect's membership has swollen with the defection of hundreds of Boko Haram fighters under Shekau. The Nigerian army has reportedly claimed the insurgency had been largely defeated and frequently underplay any losses. In the past months, soldiers have been targeted by the insurgents who waylaid them. Hundreds of soldiers and officers have been reportedly killed since January 2021. So look at that. That's just this year. Hundreds, they are saying, not tens, but hundreds. But again, they tell us that they've been technically defeated. Nigeria may face arms embargo over killing of hashtag protesters. The Nigerian government may face an arms embargo from the United States government following the killing of unarmed protesters at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos by military personnel in October last year. Correspondents reported that a panel set up by the Lagos state government to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting disclosed in its final report on Tuesday that indeed protesters were shot dead by security agents. The report also revealed that there was a calculated attempt to cover up the killings. However, the country now risks a total arms embargo following the indictment of the Nigerian Army and the Nigerian Police Force by the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Restitution for Victims of SARS-related abuses and other matters. The 309-page report stated revealed that 9 people were killed, with several others injured as soldiers opened fire on the protesters with live ammunition. The panel also disclosed that it unraveled the fact that after the personnel of the Nigerian army exited the scene, the Nigerian police force followed up with the killings of protesters, shooting directly at those fleeing who ran into shanties and the lagoon. The United States, the United Nations, the United Kingdom, and Amnesty International have called on the Nigerian government to ensure that the panel's report is handled transparently. According to correspondents, the Nigerian military and its current use of arms are subject to the Leahy vetting, an American rights law that prohibits the United States government from providing military assistance to foreign security force units that violate human rights with impunity. An arms embargo had earlier been placed on Nigeria, which prevented the country from effectively pursuing the war against terror during the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan. It was lifted during the administration of Donald Trump to facilitate the sale of military jets to Nigeria. The United States also warned that the arms and the soldiers being trained would be subject to Leahy vetting, meaning that military assistance could be discontinued if there is a violation of human rights. It can be recalled that Reuters reported that the United States Congress had initiated plans to impose an arms embargo on Nigeria. So there you are. We cannot give you weapons to kill your own people. This is this is the thing. The American government is the one protecting Nigerians from the Nigerian government. This is the thing. This is what we are talking about. Unbelievable, but there it is. Even more unbelievable still, petrol prices highest in the southeast, lowest in the northeast in October. National Bureau of Statistics. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) says Southeast residents paid the highest average price for premium motor spirit (PMS), popularly known as petrol, in October. In its premium motor spirit price watch for October 2021, released on its website on Tuesday, the NBS said the highest average price was recorded in the Southeast zone at 167 naira 32 kobo, while the Northeast had the lowest average price at 164 naira 46 kobo in the month under review. The average price paid by consumer for petrol increased by 2.75% on a year-on-year basis to 165.60 kobo in October when compared to the value in October 2020, which is 161.17. The value also increased on a month-on-month basis to 165.60 in October from 164.85, showing an increase of 0.46% when compared to the value recorded in September. States with the highest average petrol pardon me, states with the highest average price of petrol are Plateau, Nasarawa, and Abia, while the states with the lowest average price of petrol are Yobe, Kwara, and Lagos, it revealed. Meanwhile, the average price paid by consumers for automotive gas oil, popularly known as diesel, decreased by 0.22% to 254.07 in October from 254 in September on a month-on-month basis. So on and on it go. Okay, it doesn't actually go on for much longer. The Bureau said that the value recorded in the period under review increased by 15.59% on a year-on-year basis to 254.04 in October 2021. It said that Taraba at 280 and Borno at 278 and Ogun at 275 recorded the highest average of diesel, while Kebbi with 214 and Zamfara with 223 and Yobe 227 recorded the lowest. So there you are. They're sweating the southeast for their money. So this now a space that is going to continue to beat like a drum towards the end of the year, the whole of next year as well. Justin, Tinubu 2023 campaign poster spotted in Abuja. A campaign billboard of former Lagos State Governor and APC chieftain Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been spotted in Abuja. The billboard that read Asiwaju 2023 was situated around Airport Road in Abuja. Although it is currently unclear if Tinubu will be contesting in the highly anticipated exercise, several of his well-wishers, followers, and supporters have been mounting pressure on him to throw his hat into the ring. Tinubu, a popular Lagos politician, is yet to confirm if he will indeed be contesting or not. So there you are, the Jagaban of GBT for president. Still on the theme of GBT, this guy brags about how wealthy he and his family even more so are, but here he is cap in hand. Davido raises 151 million naira day after posting account details on our social media. Nigerian singer David Adeleke, aka Davido, has raised more than 151.4 million naira after he shared his account details on his social media platform on Wednesday. As seen on his official Instagram handle at Davido, his bank details as at Thursday showed a total of 151.4 million naira in his account. The global star, after opening a Wema Bank account on Wednesday, posted it on his social media platform and called on his friends to donate 1 million naira each ahead of his 29th birthday, which is November the 19th. So that is the point I wanted to land on. So it's not asking them to donate towards some motherless baby's home or some research to find the cure to sickle cell or something like that. No, it's just money for him to drink and chase babes. This is what he's begging for. And 151 million naira worth has now been landed in his account, all within one day. So there it is. The Globe Star, after opening a Wema bank account on Wednesday, posted it on all his social media platforms and called on his friends to donate 1 million naira each ahead of his 29th birthday, which is November the 19th. He wrote, "If you know I have given you a hit song, send me money. Una know una self, so he initially wrote on Instagram before adding his account details. David Adeleke, Omo, 7 million naira in 10 minutes. Keep going. I love you all. I aim now 100 million naira. I won't clear my Rolls Royce from port. I beg. So this is it's unbelievable, but this is the thing. If they are saying come and donate to something that will aid need, people will not donate, or they will just put 100 naira and they will expect people to go on their knees and thanks. But some loudmouth little runt from Ogun State, is making noise, and they are giving him 151 million naira. Omo, 7 million naira in 10 minutes. Keep going. I love you all. Aim na 100 million naira. I won't clear my Rolls Royce from port, abeg. I know say una love me, but una love me like this. Omo, na like joke I start this thing o. 26 million, he wrote. Meanwhile, it has been Naira rain for the music star, as some fans also joined the donation train. The development has sent Nigerian social media agog with comments and reactions, causing social media traffic. Some prominent businessmen, philanthropists, and musicians have also donated into his account. With the donations, Davido is said to have become one of the biggest socialite and social media influencers in Africa. So there you are. Let me just land it on this. Still carrying on with the Davido narrative. 100 million naira challenge. Wema Bank wants to meet me, Davido. So now let's now see, because I think Wema Bank, Otedola donated what is this called? Copacabana Voodoo Money. He donated. Do you know the Voodoo Money guy from Igboland? He donated. Everybody donated. Multiple award-winning pop star Davido has been trending on the Nigerian social media space for hours after he asked his friends and fans to donate 1 million naira each to him for his birthday. Fans and followers thought the musician and songwriter was joking when he posted a video on his Instagram story, calling on those he had helped in the music industry to send him 1 million naira each. Davido said, we rise by lifting others, Abi. Me, I done the rise, the lifting others for the past 100 years. So I want to know who my friends are. All of my friends won 1 million naira. They said we are 30 BG. If you don't send your own, you are out of here. You are gone. However, he received over 53 million naira in cash transfers in less than 1 hour after asking colleagues for 1 million naira. So far, the pop star has gotten about 150 million naira. Some of his donors include Nigerian businessmen Obi Kubana and Femi Otedola. The singer, however, did not disclose the amount sent to him by the likes of Femi Otedola, Obi Kubana, E-Money, Pato Rankin, and some others. Celebrities that gifted Davido 1 million naira include Zlatan Ibile, Adekunle Gold, Mr. Easy, Nengi, Chike, Tenny, Charles of Play, Cubana Chief Priest, Naira Mali, M.I., Fino, Eniola Badmos, Nas Boy, Sydney Tucker, and Peruzzi. Some of these names, so it's just psychedelic names, funky names for funky people. Others are Pasuma, Toke Makinde, Don Jazzy, Facolistic, Ned Okonkwo, Obi Franklin, Bella Shmada, Friday Osanibe, I'm really reading it just for the names because the names, they tickle and they delight. They're just so funny. Rima, Tunde Ednot, Larry Gaga, Dorothy Bachor, Bizul Osikoya, amongst others. So the psychedelics and the funky cool Madina. So there it is. The Peperimpe people, they are showing off. Brands that donated to Davido include Kolak Alagbo, Munch It, Travel Better, amongst others. Kid comedians, Ikorodu Boys, however, sent the singer a sum of 5,000 naira, while Baba Ali sent 1.5 million naira. Musician and singer MC Galaxy sent 3 million, while Oba Elegushi sent 5 million to the singer. So it's unbelievable. Davido's baby mama, Sophia Momodu, also sent money to the singer. However, he did not disclose the amount sent. The singer further took to his verified Twitter account to announce that the bank he opened the account with for the fundraising, Wema Bank, wants a meeting with him. He tweeted, Wema wanna have a meeting. However, as the fundraiser got heated, the bank hopped on the trend and made a post online with the inscription, na bank wey Davido dey use, we go dey use now. Uh, More so, the singer tweeted that he was emotional due to the overwhelming show of love. He wrote, I am actually crying. Just be good to people, man. God, I really love you guys, man. And all of that kind of jazz. So there it is. Omo Baba Olowo cap in hand. But then, of course, 100 million naira. So, Charlie boy, would you go begging for 100? So Charlie boy, would you go begging for 150 million naira? Good to see you, Charles.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't go. You wouldn't go begging for 150 million naira. What are you talking
No.
about? You don't. You don't know the value of money, do you? Yes. Anyway, well, I'm sure you do, but eh? So good
So
to
I
see you,
wouldn't.
Charles.
I think that I think that's how the rich see. That's how the poor people in Nigeria get tricked. They gave them money to trick them.
No, no,
That's
no,
what
no,
they
no.
tell them.
This
When they
is
give
not
it what
to
they
do
give them
with. No,
nothing.
no, no, no. This is not to go do with
Oh,
poor
oh,
people. This guy said he needed money, and within 1 hour, they've sent 50 million to his account. So that's not poor people. That is the
yeah, but
1%.
but
You know when they
but
talk about the 1% in society, that is the space.
yeah,
That's
but
the 1%.
how do you know if the money is corrupt? You don't know. The money
Yeah,
could be
does
corrupt. The
it
money could
care?
be
Does it
juju
care?
money.
Eh? Voodoo money?
Yes, so you be careful in Nigeria. They could kill you with money.
Okay, there you are. All right. So
And
Charles, carry
and
on.
sad what happened in Norway. The terrorists attack killing people. That gotta stop.
No,
Why they
it does have to stop though, because these are human lives. I was just from that account, they were saying hundreds of soldiers have been killed from January till date, just in the northeast. So that's hundreds of soldiers. So from that hundreds of soldiers, you will presume then thousands of civilians, just lives just being savaged and just taken. It's just
yeah
it cannot carry
with
on.
the army getting killed in the north and civilians get killed in Lagos by the army. What? That's what the US is realizing. They're realizing they're not gonna send arms to Nigeria. Cause they know they want we send arms to you guys, but people have been killed, arms been killed. Why get doing the arms we send you guys to? You see, for America it's been bad business. Why should you send arms to you guys when your people been killed and the army been killed? What's the point?
Well, it's not actually bad business for America. It's also illegal for America because America has a clause in their policy that they call the Leahy Law,
Mm-hmm.
which prohibits them from selling arms to administrations that are using it to abuse human rights. So what happened in Lekki Toll Gate? A categorical abuse of human rights. So that has now triggered that Leahy law in America, which automatically then places an arms embargo on Nigeria. So we want to see then if America will continue to sell arms to Nigeria after
Yeah,
the Lagos report.
yeah. I think this will happen. They realize since the Eastern people are complaining that they send arms to these terrorists in Nigeria, what's happening now? The Eastern people are making noise and it's starting to happen. Now the world's starting to hear now. The world is starting to listen now.
It's to do with this, is it,
And
Charlie
and,
Boy?
and I know CNN was lying. You see, since I know CNN was lying the first time put that Nigeria government lie. You see, but now without CNN to sue Nigeria government, sue them. They should, because they accuse CNN of lying when they're the real lie. You see, why you can accuse a CNN is one the best news organization in America? You think they're lying? You see, that's why you don't play with America. America's a country you don't play with them. You don't lie to them. They'll get you.
So there you are. So what are you making then of the petrol prices being in Nigeria being the highest in the eastern space? What are you making of that? You that thought that it would be a standardized price right across the board, or with very little margin, but significantly more expensive in the eastern space?
Yes, they do that every time. You have to see Nigerian government anytime they do that just to pipe people in the east. That's what they're doing. They just Nigeria like they like to pick and choose with acting a group to be deprived. That's what they do in Nigeria. And it's not to me it's not fair. It's not fair what Nigeria is doing. If you want like the Nigeria stuff, if you want the people to stay in Nigeria, show them why they should stay. Don't do something to make them want to leave. Like anything to be fair. That's why I think why the Delta area should be rich but it's poor. Even that other oil like Basel State should be a rich state but it's poor without the oil because the North control the oil and
Oh
that's
no,
good for the people.
the delta should be rich, and
Yeah,
the delta is rich, and but the thing is the wealth in the delta, it doesn't trickle down to the people. That's the thing.
yeah,
They have this space called the NDDC where they get 13% derivatives, which is meant to go to the people. But the deltans themselves in charge of that space, they loot it as well. So it goes back to that narrative of corruption, Charles.
yeah. That's why I think those governors from those Delta region are stupid idiots. If you why are you helping your people? All the money the federal can give the organization to build work, why have done nothing? You should just eating that money up, doing nothing. That's a sad part. Only Akwa Ibom State, only state in Nigeria that actually doing something. Akwa Ibom State, only state in Nigeria actually building something for the people. But most of the states in the south, they're doing nothing. They just eat that money and give it to the fame, change the kids to college abroad. How's that fair to the
Well,
people?
it's not fair, but then nothing is fair within the Nigerian
They
space,
want to come back,
Charlie boy.
they get them that chief title, say, hey, chief title, for no reason. Nonsense title.
All right, Charles. So Charles, now it looks as though the next president of Nigeria is taking shape. Tinubu's poster all over Abuja, and he, of course, has been schmoozing people and meeting behind the doors, in the corridors. So it looks as though now they are coming out now in the open glare. Tinubu for president, the posters and billboard all over Abuja. So what are you making of that? Of
My
that?
opinion,
Yeah.
my opinion they should give the presidency to someone in the Delta region. Because the oversight tried, they have failed. The outside tried, they should give to another region. We don't need the job, but they have failed. For 25 years, the North and the South, they have failed. So they should give the Delta region, at least their people around the world, and those regions have connection. They could bring development to Nigeria. They should give the region where know the people around
But
the
they don't
world.
give it to anybody, though, do they? You have to indicate that you want it and you have to fight for it. That's just how it works.
I know, but they should give to people when they know that they're everywhere around the world. They have connection. They could bring development. They have connections to something around the world. They could bring development easily to Nigeria. Nigeria haven't think about that. Nigeria think about Nigeria could be rich. They realize there's a tribe that's almost everywhere around the world. They have connections. Nigeria could be a great country, but
Who has connections? Which tribe is that has
No,
connections?
I mean people from the south, the Delta region. They're almost everywhere around the
Which
world.
connections do they have? Which connection? How are
No,
they connected more than anyone else?
no. And I mean connection. I mean they're everywhere around the world, and they're very educated. So they
Yes,
know.
as is everyone else. Everyone in Nigeria is educated. Every tribe.
Yeah, they're educated, but you gotta understand they're educated. But you have to say for 26 years, they don't have control. Nothing has accomplished. That's the truth.
Yes, but Charles, they have to fight for it. They are not going to be gifted it. They have to fight for it.
Why should you give the guy to Tinubu? Tinubu say, why should you give Tinubu?
Because Tinubu is fighting for it. Do you not see him fighting for it?
That
He's been
guy
fighting.
should sit down. We don't need that guy. Just sit down.
Well, I agree, but he is fighting the hardest for it, and whoever fights the hardest often wins.
It's even a new Buhari. Watch. Bet me when I say this. He's even new Buhari just doing there just to steal money. Because he's already getting old. He's just going there just to pocket his money, just to feed his next generation. He doesn't care about the poor. You know that's the truth.
No, but nobody cares about the poor in Nigeria now. No, in fact, nobody cares about the poor in any country. So that is a universal truth.
And I'm mad at the Tinubu wife was stopping the market legacy. Who dare for stopping the market? That you make people suffer. Why don't you stop the
No,
market?
it's not his wife, it's his daughter.
That's his daughter is damn.
Yeah.
His daughter is dumb. Just be careful. They must own that daughter. She be careful. You can't be doing that.
She should not be doing that. But she's come out with the explanation that they are trying to blackmail her. That she did not levy them 5 million. She just told them to clean up the market.
Yeah, but she knows there's African culture. Africa don't like to clean up. That's the culture of Africa.
Africans don't like to. Do you like to clean up?
No. They like to clean. I mean, at home, but not outside of home. I mean, she should know that. So it's normal. She didn't.
Maybe it's time for them to learn a new culture then, Charlie boy.
Yeah, if you want, she should teach them how to clean. That's what you do. You teach them you teach them the rules and teach how to do. That's what you do for people to learn. You teach them so people learn. Hey, you need to clean it. You get to shut down the market. You don't do that. There's a step you do. First step you teach them. Okay, this is how you need to be clean. One is a good example. One that taught the people how to be clean outside, and because one is a great country. So you get it all by steps. That's how you get steps. That's the way to go. Not just do.
But it took Rwanda a long time, though.
Yeah.
You always go there, citing them as an example.
But I'm saying Nigeria needs to listen to one and go step by step. That's how you get there. But if you can't go to the first step, you can't get there.
All right. So, that is the first step that she's taking. Is that not the first step, asking them to clean up?
The first step she do is teach them. Go on the street, do pick up trash. That's what you do. Go on the street, talk to the people, and teach them how to do. Not just go to hey, stop the market. No, that's how you teach people. You teach people by going the street, walking the workers, cleaning the street, showing them hey that you understand their pain. You're not just a rich girl from a politician. No, you don't want that.
All right.
They just want you to teach them how to do it.
All right. Thank you, Charlie boy. You and your Rwanda examples. Thank you, Charles. So Charles, let me acknowledge Alexander Superchat and then go on to Ajanle Koko. So Alexander Superchat to say his Igbo blood runs thick in him. So I'm not sure who it's referencing, probably Davido, I suspect. But thank you for the super chat, Alexander. So from Charles via Alexander's super chat to the mighty Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko is gone. And I don't think we have UK fully, do we?
Yeah,
UK,
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So UK to you, I'm not sure if you are ready because I suspect you might be wanting to do something. But just quickly then thoughts on first the Tinubu campaign posters all over Abuja. So now is effectively declaring, and should we just assume now that the guy is going for it, and then that should be the conversation that we're having, because this being held in limbo, is he doing it, is it not? It's not something that we're able to hold on to for too long. So are you ready to go, UK, or do you want me to go to Ajanle Koko first? Or
I'm ready to go.
yeah, so to the Tinubu campaign posters in in Abuja. Is this now just should we just make the presumption that he is running?
Yes, he's running because for the fact that poster is out, even if he hasn't come out clearly to say that he's going for the presidency, for him, they already discussed something. They already is behind the scene discussion, which is like if you finish me, I go take my own, So that's the situation now. So whether he doesn't come out, for the fact that poster is out now, which means he's running. So that's what I would say. So every question you want to ask me, I'm gonna make it precisely. So.
All right. To the Davido space, then, are you following that narrative? Because I've been seeing it, but I've not been paying attention to it. But now that I've paid attention to it, I'm a bit surprised that it's just looking for party money just to have a good time. Because when I was in the 100 million challenge, I thought there was some charity behind it. But this guy is having his 29th birthday. He put his account details up on social media, and close to 200 million paid in within 2 days. What are you making of that?
Well, I think those money donated is by his inner circle and his fans. Well, I don't have anything against the donation, but I mean, he should use that voice to also make some changes in our.
Is that not somewhat obscene? Is it obscene? Yes.
Yeah, he should use the same voice and make so that there will be changes, or they should even use it to campaign to bring out a good youth who can lead the nation. I mean, that also will project his own image more than what they are even doing now. I mean, that's my own suggestion and my own opinion.
All right.
Because if you have such a crowd, which means you can change a lot in Nigeria. That's what it means now. Even the money itself, which means they can even get money to pay for the campaign or to register their own party. For them to make a
and it
change.
Comes from a political family also.
That's what I'm saying now. Yes.
All right. Petrol prices highest in the southeast. Petrol prices highest in the southeast, lowest in the northeast. So what are you making of those statistics? National Bureau.
No, what I'm making on that statistic, one, it could be a result of the bad roads. Then again, a lot of Igbo people, when there's always hike, like if you go to my village, they might be selling differently. If you go to other town, they will be selling differently. So some of these independent marketers, they use their hand to.
It's profiteering. It's profiteering.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything in common. So nationally it's the same, but when you go different places, they'll be selling different prices because no regulation. That's what I would say.
All right, thank you. And this arms embargo being threatened against Nigeria off the back of the report.
I support it. There should be arms embargo because it will serve as a deterrent. So when they have the guns, let them know that guns is not for the citizen to kill the citizen. The gun is for you to protect any invaders. Like all those coming from other countries to come on, or those Boko Haram and those terrorists. That is what it's meant for. It's not meant for killing people in Lekki and other part of Nigeria.
All right, thank you. And finally, ISWAP releases photographs of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU, other slain soldiers. So boastful photographs of people that they gunned down, Boko Haram. Technically defeated.
This is to show you that there's no security. The army has been paralyzed. All the security operatives have been paralyzed in Nigeria. So anybody can come and do whatever thing they want to do. If there's an army, we should have been able to. All this kind of thing wouldn't be going on in that country.
All right. Finally, UK, this guy has been asking this question for days and is now wanting me to put it to you. This is a guy that calls himself George Blueshell. He says, "One man, please ask UK if he was the one that appeared on Daddy Freeze's program with Kemi."
Yes, I was the one. Yeah, because about I was the one who appeared. That was my face.
All right, brilliant. So there you are. So that's UK. So thank you, UK. So from UK, let's go on to Ajanle Koko then now, who also rejoins us. So Ajanle Koko, good to have you. Technically, actually, let me start you from this space because it befuddles me somewhat. So when this guy was, I'm sure you have been seeing the storyline as well. This guy saying that 100 million naira challenge. I never paid attention to it till today to see what the challenge is fully of the expectation that it was for some charity, but this guy was just looking for money to buy Jack Daniels and to chase babes. So 100 now going on 200 million naira paid into Davido's account to celebrate his 29th birthday. What are you making of that? Is it obscene, or am I just envious, or am I just? What are you making of it?
Woman, you said it's demanding for that money for charity, or what did you say?
No, it was. I thought it was for charity, but when I read the story, it said it's to celebrate his 29th birthday. He was asking his friends to pay a million naira each. He put his account on Instagram, and he said, "If I've ever done you a favor, or you consider yourself to be my friend, put a million naira in this account for me to celebrate my birthday, which is on the 19th of November." And very quickly, everybody was just throwing money in there. 150 million in within 2 days, going on 200 million now within 2-3 days. What's that all about?
To me, I see it as show off. They're trying to show off that they are rich, they are wealthy, and they have the money, and they can raise any amount within themselves at any time, any day. Whatever they want, they can do it with money. But I want to be patient with him. I want to see what he wants to do with that money. Maybe he has his plan to donate it to.
He says he wants to clear his Rolls Royce from the port.
Are you serious?
That is what he said. He says he wants to clear. He says he wants to clear.
Are you serious?
He says he wants. He says he wants to clear his Rolls Royce from the ports. This is it. Yeah, this is why I said it's champagne money and babes. Huh?
That is not sensible at all. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you have money,
yes,
to buy Rolls Royce, and you don't have money to clear the Rolls Royce at the port, does that make sense to you, one man?
The whole thing is a ridiculousness to me.
It's highly irresponsible. It's highly
Ajanle Koko, let me just give you this. He wrote, "If you know I have given you a hit song, send me money. Una know una sell." So he initially wrote on Instagram before adding his account details. Davido Adeleke. Omo, 7 million in 10 minutes. Keep going. I love you all. I'm aim now 100 million naira. I won't clear my Rolls Royce from port, I beg. Look, this is and quick, very quick. Otedola, he put money in. Obailegushi, he put money in. But something bad must that fat Yoruba actress, she put money in. Kobi Kobana, he put everybody, But when there's somebody dying in hospital that needs 100,000 naira for something, they'll say, no, I just, you should have come yesterday now,
Yeah. It's just this irresponsible way of life that our people particularly that have money live in that country. And a lot of people are living under poverty. They know that. But they're trying to show off that, yes, they have money and they can do whatever they like with themselves with money and show off, to a frustrated person, a frustrated Nigerians that sees this, if he get gone and not group up with some other people and start looking for these people, because now those names that are mentioned, everybody knows them, that they have money. Some that they don't even know that the name comes out in that list. People in the area where he live, or some thugs and stuff like that, we start looking for a way, to corner them or to kidnap one of their relative or something like that. So I think there's a better way he can do it without making publicity about this. He knows them. If there's a way he can reach out to them, there's a way they can communicate among each other.
It's all part of the razzmatazz, isn't it? Part of, like you said, that show off, that razzmatazz, that bling bling thing that they do.
Yeah.
It's all part of branding, loading it over the masses that look at us.
Look at us.
You smelly people.
Yes. We are rich. We have the money. I mean, it is not good for many reasons. Young Nigerian, young boys.
This is why all these young people worship money. So the next one now is chasing hard to be in that space.
Yes.
Going to do Yahoo Plus and XYZ.
XYZ. So our young people that does not have job, watching this, looking at this on internet, they want to go to any length and at all costs to make money too. And this psychological aspect of what they are doing, is not good for our society. It's not good for our children. It make them, desperate in their quest to make money, because they want to show off like these people. And I'm surprised that and even an Oba Elegushi is involved. I mean, we are not showing good example to
Femi Otedola. He chopped in money.
Is involved too. We know he's rich, but there's a way to do things and not show and not mess up the psyche of our young ones.
Ajaliko, can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, because you notice now in Nigeria, people don't value hard work, So anyhow you get your money, people are fine with it. For the fact we don't inculcate that hard work and showing good reward, for things we earn, because money is meant to be earned, Money is meant to be earned. Money is meant to be worked for, because when you work for it, then you get paid. Then you use your pay for whatever thing you want to use it for your own, So for the fact we don't have that value no more, and everybody wants shortcuts, I don't think it's a good standard for the country. That's what I want to say.
We are not raised this way.
Is this not what facilitates that shortcut? All these young people now watching that space see just the display of money and the attention and the opulence. The guy wants to clear his Rolls Royce to celebrate his 29th birthday, 200 million naira. They want that as well. They want to be in that space too. And they will go to any length to get to that space. So this is what feeds just that get rich by any means mentality.
Yes. I mean, Davido's father is a very rich father. His father is rich, but you never see his father going on the street or on the newspaper or showing off, because that is the way his father was raised. Don't show off with what you have.
Humble.
Be contented and don't show off. This is the way we are raised. That's our culture. But all these young people, when they make money in some kind of way, some fraudulent, they go on internet and start popping money up, and then popping up champagne and throwing money on a musician and throwing money on themselves, trying to show off that yes, we have arrived, we have the money. It's not good for our society. It's not good for our young kids growing up and seeing all this. It messes up their psyche. It doesn't want to make them. I mean, they don't want to work hard, just like UK is saying. They are not showing that good example of hard work and work hard to get to and be a better person in the society. No, this is.
Ajanle Koko, when this phenomenon first started, it wasn't that long that all this lifestyle started. It was so outlandish, I looked away from it because I thought this thing cannot sustain that, very quickly they will shut down that space. But rather than it shutting down, this now seems to be the standard now. E-money, G-money, Kupi, Kubana, Davido, all of this kind of space now is just vulgar, display of, questionable wealth. This now seems to be, the thing now in Nigeria. It's just bizarre.
It's not good. It's not good. We hope that some people could talk to them, do things gently, don't show off, don't do this. People know that, okay, he's an entertainer, but when it comes to money issue for birthday and they try throwing money into your account and you start showing on the internet, on social media, a lot of our young people, they are on social media and they will look at it, they say, oh, I wish I can make money like this. I wish, and they start thinking of, and we are in an economy that does not create job. There's no job. We have a lot of lay around young guys that don't do nothing. They can group up and get guns and look for a way to rob them or rob their family or kidnap their family and commit mayhem on the society, or even some innocent
the only
like
way
that.
This guy can redeem himself is to donate the majority of that money to a worthy charity.
That is what I would like.
That's the only way. If he keeps it, then it's not a good look, because he may well have done it as a joke and expecting them to maybe 2-3 million naira that his friends want to show love. But now it's spiraled into something more than that. So he has to give it to charity. He cannot hold on to that money.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, go
Can I say? Yeah. I mean, I would have even prefer, in my own opinion, I would have even want him to, even if you want to do that kind of thing, during the party, like when you gather your friends at the party, then as anybody that will want to donate, then they can donate without even put it in online. I mean, that's what I would think, because in every good thing now there is always consequences, either negative or positive. But flashing that thing on the net sometimes, I mean, to me,
it alarms me somewhat.
Yeah, because he already
200 million in 2 days.
Everybody knows he has money, I mean, he's there, but sometimes you don't need to even flash that thing, I think that's why sometimes when I look at this guy, what's his name? Wizkid. Usually you see the guy, he doesn't really come out that much.
You know that one, he goes to his local community where he grew up and he'll go and sit with the boys. All the drinks and pepper soup on me.
Even born but there's a way there's a level you reach in life. You before you do anything, you have to look very well, think very well before you carry out any any action. Though, you know, his fan will say it doesn't matter. But to me,
you know, just in that space, UK, I've always speculated on what the wealth means and should actually mean. You know, with that sort of money, if you go and impact on somebody's lives, several people's lives, and you change that life for the better, so that girl that is brilliant but cannot pay through school, you pay her through school. That mama that needs an operation, you pay for that. So you change those lives permanently. You know, that is a more
no,
lasting
no,
legacy than
no,
to go and
no,
spend
no,
200 million naira on
no.
a 29th birthday.
For Davido,
Is
I
that
think he
not
has
a better? Is that not a better reward? Does that not sit more
no,
with the? Yeah.
no. For Davido, I think he has done much too. You know, but which we don't really see. You know, he has done much too. I mean, that's the way I look at it, because he has done more too. Because to whom much is given, much is expected too. You know, I think he has done more, which sometimes we might not see it. But this one, as I said, you know, something that has to do with money. You know, making it so the money, like, though it's naira, I mean, it's not all that much compared to other stars on other, like, you can't compare like Rihanna them when they donate. You know, they donate in dollars. You know, but if you look at that money too, it's not even up to $1 million. But at the same time, you know, based on where we are coming from, you know, it's a big money now, because whether overseas or where we are coming from, it's still a big money. But at the same time, you know, you just have to tone down some, you know, the way you exhibit things, you know, because this internet age now, so that you won't make some people, they will begin to change their psyche, you know, saying because if you start making money that way, you know, a whole lot of things will go bad in Nigeria, you know, in our country, which is even going. Like now in Lagos, if you're driving, there's a time you drive in Lagos, they will even rob you at the traffic, because everybody is looking a way to make a living, you know. So that's what I would say. But I think, I mean, he has given much. You know,
Okay, I can see you on Daddy Freeze now. This guy is copying my style. Or he wasn't doing this before. This guy is copying me, definitely. I can see you with Kemi Olunloyo. What are you doing there, UK? Yeah,
show it to me. Let me see.
You are prostituting yourself all over the internet.
No,
what is this guy? Are you some Ashawo guy?
No.
We look at you with your big cheeks. With your big cheeks.
That's my pastor. That's my pastor. Most of the message he you know, he deliver, I concur with him. So that's why I follow him. You know, so we are talking about the answers. You know, he was saying, are you for or against it? So I was for. So I was kind of like defend, you know, what's you know, concerned about the answers. That's why you see me there.
All right, I would have tried to get the guy, but I've insulted him too many. No, I've insulted him too many times. I've given him a lot of abuse, you know. You know, a lot of these people, the reason why they will come on is like in JJ, for instance, I was friends with him once upon a time, but you know, there you are, you know. Well, I'll DM him.
Even, do you know, I haven't even seen him live, but anytime I will visit Lagos, I will go and see him. You know, we talk. I have his phone number, so I talk to him.
Free the sheeple, Abi.
Yeah, free the sheeple. Yeah.
Free the sheeple. But he lost a Ferrari too. He's a money man
too.
No. He's party man, Pastor Suleiman.
One man, everybody loves.
He likes Gucci and Armani. And he's always driving Kemi, what is his name? Linda Ikeji's, look at that. Nigerians, the only thing Nigeria worship is money.
Humanly, everybody loves good thing. There's nobody that doesn't love good thing. I mean, but it depends how the way you take your good thing, you know, the level you take it, and the way you use that good thing. Because I think in Nigeria, most of them, they use it for oppression, you know, to oppress others.
Yes.
You know, but you know, I mean, that's the way I look at it sometimes. You know.
Yes.
And
that is really what they use money for in Nigeria. And that Kemi Olunloyo, is she steady in the mind now, or is she still away with the fairies?
That day she spoke well, but just that she started cursing. There's one
Yeah.
lady that came. She started cursing. You know,
She's
like
very brilliant until the
no.
coins kicks in, until the
And she was even
coins.
living in the state of Maryland. You know, because she told me she was living in Owensmith during that day we were doing that. You know, yeah, she is. I think she studied pharmacist.
Yes, yes.
Pharmacist. Yeah.
Yeah. You know her dad was the former governor for your state.
Okay, so she already butter. She's a
no, she's an elite.
3 months governor.
3 months governor, yes. You know, my brother used to date her, you know. My brother used to date that woman. But there we are. Thank you, UK. Let's go quickly then to Alexander. So this your boy Davido. I think he meant it as a joke, but the thing now out of hands, 200 million naira in 2 days, just ping, to the point that the bank even gave him £1 million and they are using him for advertising. What are you making of that? Just this display of opulence.
First of all, good morning, everybody. UK, Vin, and Aja, and obviously, Woman, how are y'all doing? I don't like that guy for some strange reasons. I think he's too,
don't as well, you know.
I think he's too showy. He's too showy, you know. He comes from an extremely rich background. His father, I think his uncle was a governor. And then his father is a billionaire, and he is a very rich person, but he's very showy. He's not, I don't know, he has no class for some strange reasons. I don't understand why he does things he does, you know. I prefer whiskey to him, you know. I just don't like him. I don't know. I'm not surprised he's doing it. I don't know.
Do you think it's a short man syndrome? You know, because all these short people, they always have a complex, don't they?
No, I don't think so. I think I don't know. Like Ajaniku said, his father has a lot of money. You never hear him come on the media talking about wealth and all that. I don't know where he got all these things from. I don't understand it. It's actually disgusting and classless.
It's in poor taste. It's in poor taste.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You know, it's just, you know, and when you say you don't like it, people will say, "Oh, no, you're jealous." No. It's not form. It's not the dumb thing. It's not behavior. It's not what we know. You know,
he comes to America. He's very popular. I think he's probably the most popular artist from Nigeria. I think he's a little bit. I think he's a little bit more popular in America than Wizkid. I prefer Wizkid, but I think he's more popular, and he relates to the African American more because he was born in America. He was born in Atlanta.
Yeah, he's friends with Chalamet the God. You know that
yes.
guy. Chalamet.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. So but there's something about him that just I don't. And he needs to be very careful because I hope what happened to do you know a very popular musician back in the days, my generation, called Teddy Pendergrass. He was an amazing.
Everybody knows Teddy Pendergrass.
He got carried away. Look at what happened to him. You know, you need to be level-headed. Fame does that to you. Makes you get carried away. You know, but he needs to slow down because I think he's overdoing it. You know. So
do you think he should give some of that, if not the bulk of that money, to charity?
Yes. Especially like you rightly reference orphanages. You know, they need that.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't look at things like that. And these rich people, I don't know why they can't. You know, I was watching a podcast yesterday while at work, and this blind guy called in and said that his school's in Ogbomoso, and they give them horrible meals to eat and all that. And this woman called in, she was weeping like a baby. She was just weeping and say, you know what? In America, these people who are disabled, they treated like kings. You can't even say nasty things to them. You get into trouble. We treat our disabled like animals. I felt
in the UK, you having a disability is almost like a license to print money. They give you so many packages that even your family, they treat you like kings, because you are the one, you are the money person, because you get so many things wrapped around you by the government.
And that's the UK. You can well imagine how it is in America. Americans just spoil them rotten. Those are the kind of people I take care of. Those are my patients. I have over 1,000 people like that in my facility. So I know how much they make. I mean, I have patients or consumers or clients or whatever word you want to use that have $5,000 television in their bedroom. I don't even have that in my bedroom. They have it in their bedroom, you know, because they have that kind of money, you know. They want you to treat them like regular human beings, and you should never feel sorry for them. You know, don't feel sorry for them because they're human beings too. And when you do something that is really bad, when a white person comes to do an inspection in your facility, they take it really personally. They take it personally, you know. So that's that. So to the this Tinubu thing, yeah, he could start his campaign, but I'm praying and I'm wishing and I'm hoping that he never becomes the president of Nigeria, because he truly has nothing to offer. He truly has nothing to offer, you know. So,
but but who is in the field that is ahead of him in terms of having anything to offer? So don't say Peter Obi. Don't say Peter Obi,
are you talking in politics in general, or
in politics? Who realistically?
No, Atiku has much more to offer than
I have to say I agree.
Yeah.
But he will outmuscle him though. This is just the thing.
Well, if there's a fair and free election in Nigeria come 2023, Atiku will be the next president of Nigeria. I think people are tired of this APC government. You know, so if Buhari does what he's promised he's going to do, I think Atiku might be if he gets the nomination to be the presidential candidate for PDP, I think he probably would get it this time around. Fingers crossed. But we need a change. We need a change in Nigeria.
We do.
Yeah.
We cannot carry on like this. To the arms embargo being threatened by the United States against the Nigerian state, what are you making of that? Off the back of the panel report from INSAS?
It's overdue. It's well overdue. That's the only thing that can shake up the Nigerian government. But having said that, people point accusing fingers and cuss Lai Mohammed out, and like engineer says, he's only doing his job. He's only doing his job, and he's doing a damn good job at it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? We might not like it because he's a wonderful spin doctor, but hey, you know, that's what he signed up for. You know, Nigeria would only sit tight if an American government, like it's doing right now, threatens her and tells her, i.e., you know, if you don't get your act together and if you don't take actions against what you've done, we're going to levy some sanctions against you. I think that would shake them up a little bit. You know, I think because they can't keep on getting away with murder. They're getting away with murder, and literally getting away with murder. That's out of order. You know, that's out of order.
Yes, all right. Thank you, Alexander. So I shall now go on and put my own account details on our Instagram as well, and then see what happens. They will probably just forward what I have in there. Never mind.
Well, before I let you go, yeah. I don't see my son over here on your platform. I hope you haven't banned him perpetually.
Well, I have, unfortunately, because it was getting a bit.
Can you do us a favor and unban him, please, one man?
If you insist, but you know,
I would have a word.
It was just getting too rowdy for, you know.
I would have a word with him.
Getting too disruptive, you know.
I would have a word with him.
I had to wait carefully, Alexander, because I know he's very popular with the platform. Yes. I know that, and I like him too. You know that. Yeah. But then he was also getting too disruptive, so I had to weigh the balance between being disruptive and being popular. I know that he is popular and the platform will take a hit if it's banned, but then he was getting so disruptive that I thought, no, I cannot allow it.
I would have a word with him.
But if you insist, then
please, I beg of you.
No.
So let me let you continue with your show.
All right. Thank you, Alexander. So back to you, Ajanle Koko. They told us that Boko Haram had been technically defeated, but I don't think they remembered to tell Boko Haram that they have been defeated, because they are not acting like defeated people. They are displaying instead photographs and torsos of people that they have slain, Nigerian officers, generals, etc. So would it be an idea then, Ajanle Koko, for Lai Mohammed to send Boko Haram a memo informing them that they have been defeated? Because I don't think they are aware, Ajanle Koko, Boko Haram brags again.
Look, we all know that this is an administration that runs their affairs. They run the affairs of the state with lies and propaganda. And Lai Mohammed is the one doing that lie for them. Lai Mohammed, Shehu, Garba Shehu, and Adewumi. So, but the truth comes out every day. As they lie, the truth comes out to counter it, but they cannot stop lying. There is no way they will stop lying, because with that lying, that means they have accepted their failure. So they have to keep lying, to keep making it look that they are running the affairs of the state well. They have failed in all fronts. On the economy, they keep lying on the economy. They are not generating enough revenue to run the affairs of the state well, so they have embarked on loan. They are taking loan after loan, to keep funding the budget. And the Senate itself, the Congress itself, the Assembly, National Assembly, being controlled by APC is wrong with lie too. National Assembly has turned to rubber stamp. Some few months ago, the Senate President said this approval of loan is becoming too much. They're gonna stop it. But last week they just approved another loan of 16 billion naira. $16 billion. Much of which is coming from China. Like 12 billion is coming from China.
These people don't know anything. No, they think it's like Paris Club that a few years down the line they'll say, "Okay, forget it." China is not saying forget it, though. Forget
no.
it.
And what do you call it? The another $1.6 billion from European Union. So the line of the economy, they keep borrowing. On the military, they continue lying. They line on the military that they are winning the war. The military lies too. Several times the military will come out and said, "Oh, we have captured the part. We have dispersed these people. We have sent them to Gallo." Next day, you will see the terrorists come out with video showing Nigerian tanks, showing Nigerian military that they are actually the one in charge, and they will show the body of Nigerian military officers killed.
Do you think it's a communication matter? Do you think it will serve the effect if Lai Mohammed actually told Boko Haram that they have been defeated? Because I don't think they are aware. Maybe that's all it needs, because it's telling us now that they have been defeated, but it's not telling them that they have been defeated. Yeah?
No, they have said this several times that they have defeated Boko Haram. No, yes. It's not. They have said this several times. They have said this several times. So the another group that is waxing stronger now, another terrorist group is ISWAP. And those one, what they do, unlike Boko Haram, that we get to a particular village and kill everybody and take they don't kill. What they do, they will talk to them in the village. Hey, we don't want to kill you. We want you to remain in the village, do your farm, but you have to be paying levies to us. So whoever that agree, they will let him continue while they are paying, and they have stages of levies on farmers. They have particular amount. They have farmers on other trade. They have a particular amount they have to pay. So those ones are really in control of many community taking taxes in Nigeria. And what do they do with that taxes? They make all those money. They use them to buy arms, to get more equipped. They have anti-aircraft gun, and they have many many military weapons in their custody. They have taken, they have ambushed our military several times and took over their equipment. They have launched attack into many Nigerian military bases and taken over their weapons. Sometimes some that they cannot move, they will burn it down. This is what these people are doing. So the killing of that man is quite unfortunate. That Brigadier General is quite unfortunate. It was actually was going on a mission, and he was ambushed with his troop and was killed. That might be maybe they have in their group saboteur that were giving those terrorist information as they were moving, because there's no reason why it could be possible for them to lay ambush on them, because what happened in that raid was that the military helicopter already attacked the bases of the terrorists, and that general, that brigadier general, was just taking his group so that they can take capture of that area. And, you know, they ambushed them and he was killed. And look at the way they are showing his body. So recently they captured some of our military guys, they killed them and burned them off. They burned them. This is what they are doing now. This is what the terrorists are doing, just to strike fear into our military personnel. You know, it's psychologically, you cannot really take it or bear it when you see some of your colleagues or your close friends being
you know,
a lot of that.
A lot of that space, Ajanle Koko, it shows how ineffectual the Nigerian security forces really are. The community then, they saw these people, they saw them moving in all these gun trucks, you know, these trucks that they put their gun on top. So they saw the movement and they quickly went and informed the security forces that these people are moving. They said they were moving in numbers and they saw it and they quickly just got the word to They didn't react, they didn't respond until these people ambushed them. So what more do you need? You know, you don't catch them by surprise, so they catch you by surprise. And when you were informed, it is just the ineffectualness and just the slow, just sluggish way they seem to do everything.
It's worse than sluggish. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the capability to defeat these people. And that is what we are seeing happening. They don't have it. And you see that stupid man, that army general the other day that was showing, that was talking against the report.
Yes, territorial integrity.
They said territorial integrity we control. We defend the territorial integrity. Where is the territorial integrity that is defending now? When those people are
utter rubbish, my brother.
Look, these people, these terrorists, they are in firm control, and according to information, they have even sent for mercenary. They are recruiting mercenaries from Libya to come and fight alongside them against Nigerian military. So they are getting some facilities from outside the country to better their performance in the war against Nigerian state. So and this politician and all of them seems not taking this serious. They just focus on looting them, and they don't take it serious. And Nigerian state is losing ground every day. Majority of the local government in Niger State, Niger State is the biggest state in the whole of Nigeria. Niger State alone is bigger than the whole of Southeast. It's bigger than the whole of Southeast. The territory that the landscape of Niger State is bigger than the whole of Southeast. And these people were control majority, like 2/3 of the local government in that state, and in control of terrorists. Zamfara State, only the capital of Zamfara State that is in control of the state. The other part of Zamfara State are in control of these terrorists. Sokoto, these people are in farm control in many places in Sokoto now, and they are putting people as head and their own official in several districts in Sokoto, and telling those people that they remove there to pay allegiance to the new head that they appoint. So in Kaduna State, the same thing. They control so many local government in Kaduna State, where we have the strongest military formation of Nigeria, the NDA. What else do you want to say that Nigeria is not losing the ground? When in particular Kaduna State, these people control a lot of local government, banditry. So I won't be surprised if we wake up one day, one man, and it's in the news everywhere that Abuja has fallen to the hand of terrorists. I won't be surprised.
No, I don't think it will get that far. Because if Abuja falls, Nigeria falls now.
That
if
is
Abuja
it.
falls, Nigeria falls.
One man, Niger State is...
Yeah, because they carved Abuja out of Niger State, didn't they? They carved it out of Niger State.
Yeah. So these people have a stronghold in Niger State, and they are in Abuja already. They are in surrounding. Forget about the metro, the metropolitan city of Abuja, but the surrounding area. These people are there. They are kidnapping in daytime. They were kidnapping people in daytime. So they went to Abuja University recently and kidnapped people. They were there. They operated for almost an hour in that place. Almost an hour. This one man, almost an hour. Before they took people away. And nothing come from the Nigerian security.
Nigeria is very good with words. Nigeria can paint a narrative that will make you dance and swell with pride. They talk about security architecture, and when they are saying security architecture, that immediately then wants to give you the confidence that if they know that there has to be an architecture, then surely then that should then tell you then that they would know what to do. It's the security architecture, isn't it? You know where the pressure is. You know the landscape as much as these people, if not better. Why don't you strategically deploy and have rapid respond units? All of these things. These are all the. I don't have any military training, but just common sense. So where is this security architecture that they are always telling us? Every time you go on the news, security architecture. Where is it? It's just empty words, isn't it? Just empty words.
It's empty word, one man. Yeah. It's empty word. Look, what surprises me is this. The whereabouts of all these terrorists. They know where they are. ISWAP is located near the they are in Chad Basin area. That is where they are. That is where they are. The base.
And they claim to have a multinational force as well. So all this, this thing, it cannot. There's no reason why it's still going on. I cannot see why it's still going on. If they say we have the Nigerians on board, the Chadians on board, you know, the Nigerians in situation, the Cameroonians there, and these people are in a hub somewhere in between those four countries. Why don't you pincer movement them and just decimate them? What's
Let me
the?
tell you one
I
man.
mean, and it's technically defeated. We cannot carry on now.
Let me tell you one man. I've told you earlier that this administration we have in Nigeria, they are running the state with lies. This multinational, they are saying, is not functioning. It's not functioning. It's just lie. Those people are not really committed into this fight against this insurgency. The only nation among them, Niger. Forget about Niger. Niger is a failed state. That what do you call it? That Niger, that country they call Niger. That one they are incapable to even solve their own problem.
Was that one the one that got the president killed recently? That one that was a brave man that would go to the war front.
That is Chad. Yeah. So Chad is the only country that is capable of defending herself and never allow these terrorists around their space. They kill them like chicken. They go after them. So Chad, Nigeria did not give that Chad that cooperation to work in alliance with them to fight this terror. Nigeria did not allow it. They didn't. You see, when what do you call this? When Abubakar Shekau was still alive, the leader of Boko Haram, they went to Chad and killed some soldiers of Chad. You know what the Chad did? They mobilized their troop immediately. They went after them with their president, the man that died. With that man in that fight, they went after Boko Haram. They killed them and they pursued them into Nigerian territory. They pursued them like 25 miles into Nigeria's territory before they disembarked. They pursued them, they killed a lot of them. So it's just, they went into Nigerian territory. They went into Nigeria 25 miles into our territory to kill these people before they return back to their country. If not, if those guys were committed by Nigerian state in the fight against this insurgency, they would have defeated them. But Nigerian state did not allow it. They just thought we have cooperation, but the cooperation, they didn't give them the chance to fight for one reason or the other. For one reason or the other. Chad can defeat this criminal if they are given the chance. They have the capability, they have the equipment, they have everything that it takes to clear these people off. Just give Chad the chance. They will clear them off in that Sambisa forest within days. But Nigeria did not allow it.
They still have the political will, because the president that was recently killed, he was determined to end that thing. But I'm not sure that, because I think they are under internal strife at the moment in Chad, that they're not fighting, they're fighting for power and so they're in crisis as well, the Chadians.
Yes. After his demise, his son was appointed as the new president. There are some of other
generals are fighting
some other that they are, but maybe they're going to sort it out. If they don't sort it out, that's their own problem. But my point is that they have the military capability to destroy that insurgency, to destroy Boko Haram if Nigerians has really engaged and given them that opportunity to come in and work in alliance with Nigerian military. They will have defeated the world. But Nigerian military, Nigerian state, for one reason or the other, did not allow it, and that's why check out. I mean, these terrorists continue to their atrocities against the state of Nigeria. So it's just unfortunate. I mean, what's the name of this man? Gumi said it openly. We can hate Gumi, we can talk nonsense against Gumi, but this guy said it openly that Nigerian state, Nigerian military, they know where these people are. He said they know where they are. The same thing This our man, this Adewumi, this naval officer, intelligent naval officer, he said it as well. He said they know where they are, but the political will to go after them, they don't want to take on the political will to go after these people. So this man, we don't know what is trying to achieve. The Buhari that we have there as the president, is this the way to pursue that Fulanization and Islamization? Is it the way to pursue it, to kill your people? I just don't understand it. It's just unfortunate that we lost those gallant officers that are trying to fight for their fatherland. But
you know, because Ajale Koko, we say they are soldiers and that is their job, but these are actually human beings. This general now, he is a human being, and the 4 other bodies that they displayed, they are human beings. Forget they are soldiers and that is their job. They are human beings.
They are human beings. They have family at home. They have wife. They have children. They are just like us.
And I'm not sure there's any real aftercare for the families in the Nigerian system, because they'll just loot the money, isn't it, and kick them out of the barracks. We always hearing how they kick them out of the barracks.
Yeah, forget it. When they died, that's the end of the family. They are on their own. To even get their gratuity and pension will take years. And they get there, and they are there. They are making millions, and we are looking at them. We continue to let them be there. We continue to politics with this bastard. I mean, we are doomed people, man. It is unfortunate. We have doom in that country, and the only thing that can save that country is for that country to break up. That country don't break up, there's no way out. Nobody can manage that country anymore. With what this
it's too Buhari big and too come. Even before Buhari was too. You remember yesterday we were doing the story about when Goodluck Jonathan was reminding the space why he had that confab in 2014. Nigeria is too big and complex, to be managed just by one man.
Actually, one man
to be an emperor. Yeah.
One man. Let me tell you, Nigeria is not too big. It's not complex to manage.
You don't think it is with 250 divergent ethnicities?
I will tell you, it is not. It is not. It is not complex. It is not too big. Nigeria is just 1.5 size of the state of Georgia. What is too big in Nigeria?
No. When I say too big, Georgia is essentially like a homogeneous sort of society. Everybody's pretty much the same. But Nigeria, you have well in excess of 250 ethnic groupings. About 6-7 major ethnic groups, or further subdivided into other satellite ethnic groups, all competing for space. A lot of that has to be calibrated in how the space is run.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You have a good point. That's a good point.
Let me tell you, we Nigeria is not too big. It's not complex. The military make it look too complex and too big. The long-time military rule, with the way they break up that country into pieces, into useless states that does not have the financial viability, does not have the economic viability to stand on their own. When you're breaking up countries into smaller units that cannot sustain themselves financially and economically, and you make the central power so strong that only the central power can feed the country. Only the central power can control, in control of everything. Only the central power can make every part of the country breathe. That is what makes it complex. Break up that power at the central to the smaller unit that you have created. Nigeria will flow easily. Let me see my state governor as the person that I will look up to provide the economic well-being for my state, and not the federal government. When you do that, the problem of the country is solved. Let that Akwa Ibom man or the people in the South that own the oil, let them have the control of their oil. Let their people fight among themselves in how they want to develop themselves. That is what will help the country. But when you have a central power holding on everything, all the power is in the federal.
But that's the thing now. That's the complexity now.
That is what I'm saying. That they make it difficult. They are keeping. That is the way they kept
the way Nigeria down. Is configured. The way Nigeria is configured, it is not at all.
That is how they kept it down
to the style of governance. You can't have one man emperor running.
One man emperor.
Yeah.
Only the presidency can do everything. Only the presidency is in charge of security. Only the presidency is in charge of the economic well-being of the whole nation. Only the presidency is in charge of collect taxes that does not belong to them. The taxes that are raised by the state, they will collect it and share it in such a way that the state that does not contribute nothing into that revenue, we take more than who contributed more. You can't run a state like that and you think it's going to be peace. There's not going to be peace. There's not going to be peace in that country. So they make it perpetual and artificial complexity so that they will continue to control everything in that country. It's disintegrate this power, let this power go down, and the problem will be solved. The problem will be solved once and for all.
Yes, Aizel, you wanted to come in, yeah.
Yeah, no, Ajale Koko, first of all, let me hail everyone on this thing. I think it's Vin and UK, and I'm not sure who else is, but greetings to all of you. Ajale Koko makes a good point. I think, the complexity of Nigeria is something that, we have to take into consideration. I honestly believe, and I think one man, you've mentioned this before, but I honestly believe that Nigeria shouldn't be governed like any other homogeneous country. I don't think, this is my thought process. I don't think we should have a single president. I think we should have something similar to a council of chiefs representing.
Yes, I agree.
Representing all the different areas of Nigeria that will come out together and make a decision for the nation, and then they will choose someone to represent us internationally. I think we're at a crossroads right now. I think we're at a crossroads because we have to determine what we will be for survival. I think if we make this mistake of not properly determining what that would be based on our makeup, our unique makeup. Yesterday, I was talking to one of my friends. He's Korean. And I was saying to him that, he was talking about Nigeria, He's like, because of me, he follows Nigeria very carefully. So he was talking about the collapsed building in Ikoyi. And we were talking and he said to me, he's like, so in Nigeria, all this language, how does it work? I said, look, let me explain something to you. If you go 50 miles in one direction in Nigeria, you might run into a different language, different culture, even different religion. He's like, no way. I'm like, yes, that's how complex it is. So if I meet another Nigerian right now, we might have to speak Pidgin or we speak English because we might not be able to communicate.
Imagine if we are not speaking English on this platform.
Oh my goodness. Then we won't be able to talk.
We won't communicate now.
Yeah, so there are very few countries, maybe some other African countries, but very few countries around the world.
Aizon, where you are going is what I was thinking. I was trying to think, is there a country in this world that is more diverse than Nigeria? I cannot think that there can be, a country more diverse than Nigeria.
If there is, most of, like you look at United States, or like Canada, if there is, most of these countries, the citizens assimilate into the dominant culture. So, United States, everyone speaks English, they become American citizens, they embrace the ideals of the American flag and all these things. But in Nigeria, most of our groups still cling to and embrace their cultural heritage even stronger You know, Igbo man will say I'm an Igbo man first. A Yoruba man will say I'm a Yoruba man first. An Efik man will say I'm an Efik man first. A Hausa man, you know. So, and we embrace these cultures. People wear their traditional outfits. They prefer, although we marry each other, but they prefer to marry themselves. You know, these things are very distinct. They're old. You know, they're not going to change anytime soon. And it could be a beautiful thing if we manage it properly. You know, if we drop the ball like we're doing right now, like Ajane Koko said, you know, these politicians are doing, and we're not smart enough to realize that we have to adapt and customize our governance to match our population, we're going to fail. And more and more people will separate. Even me, one man, I've been a proponent of Nigeria. But recently, that announcement they made, I don't know if you heard of it, where they said they are going to make Bauchi, Lagos, and Anambra part of Niger Delta Development Corporation. And for me, you know, you just look at those things and you ask yourself, Bauchi, you know, you have to ask yourself,
why Bauchi? Why Bauchi?
They said they're all producing states.
Okay.
You know, but the argument,
found
the
oil
Niger
in
Delta,
Bauchi.
Supposedly that's what they said. You know, these frontier basins that they did with the PIA, the act that they said they're going to explore oil in certain parts of the country now. So I think Bauchi is one of those places that they think, look, you can create your own development. There's a Northeastern Development Corporation now. There's all sorts. So you can create development, but for you to now do that means that the people that have oil in their backyard, that can't drink water, that can't farm, that have lost their livelihood, which is why this corporation was created, you're now going to take that away from them and bring states all the way from the north, give them, so now they will now get 13% derivation.
And they will make the Bauchi man the chairman, of course.
And they will now make the Bauchi man the chairman. Thank you. So, you know, it's like, for me, when I heard that, I was so disappointed. I said, haven't these people suffered enough? The one thing you've given them, even that they can't control, because you use political appointees and all this stuff to
yeah. You see, that is how they make it complex. It is not a natural, we don't have that natural complexity, but human made complexity. That is what we see. So they adding Bauchi to Niger, oil producing area and Lagos and other states, they are making it more complex to manage for a best reason to them in power. That is how they can continue to control the resources and continue to control that space to the benefit of themselves and not to the generality of Nigerian people. Bauchi have not started producing oil, right?
No.
And they want to add it to oil producing state. And they have not done. Well, continue. I just want to interject 1 minute.
No, it's just disappointing, because you know the ideal for one Nigeria is something that even I understand the clamor for Omodua, I understand the clamor for Biafra, I understand it and I empathize with it, but I always say, listen, we're better off together. I've always tried to hold on to that belief. But when I heard that the other day, one man, honestly, I said to myself,
look at that. This is this homeboy thing that you do.
No, but one man,
He's homeboy again. Let me go back to homeboy with you. When everybody else is fighting, you are patronizing them. But now that they are attacking your own people, now you are changing your mind. Homeboy, homeboy, look at that. Homeboy.
One man. You know something. And people in that south area will tell you, when a movement for the emancipation of Niger Delta was formed, that was their primary objective, was to secede, if you remember. So they've always called for it. And even then, I was saying, no, we need to find a way to make it work because we're better off. But honestly, you know, all the groups that are calling for secession, I understand why, because I can see what's happening in Nigeria. But when I was always saying, okay, let's try and find a way. But when this happened, I'm not saying I'm 100% even for it right now, but a huge part of me said, what is the point? How can you be fighting to be part of a country?
You know why people hold on to Nigeria? It's the fear of the unknown, you know, because they don't know what Biafra might mean. They don't know what Oduduwa nation might mean, but they know what Nigeria means, and they know how to manage that space. So it's the fear of the unknown that makes people recoil
One man
from.
manage what
But
space?
Nigerians
Manage
are
what
holding on.
space?
No, Nigerians are holding on to the idea of Nigeria for fear of not knowing what Odua nation would mean or Boafria nation would mean. You know.
Yeah, but
But
one man, let me
if
ask you
they
this.
take that leap of faith, it's not something that anybody would regret. The North would not
Yeah,
regret it
but
because they
look at
can
this.
live
This
their
is
Sharia life to their content, and the
yeah,
Yorubas would not regret it because we can live our Owambe life to our content.
yeah.
One man, can
Listen,
I interject, please?
Yeah,
if
sorry.
the
Yeah, let's have.
Southwest.
Hold on, let's hear
Oh,
from Bia.
sorry.
Bia, yeah.
I would
Go ahead,
rather
sorry.
be in a broken pieces of Biafra than a place where, in Nigeria, where I'm being forced to redefine who I should be, where I would be made a second or even a fourth-class citizen to pick from the floor or enforce a certain religion, which is not part of the political system, on me. I would rather be in that broken Biafra. At least let us kill ourselves, and then we'll find a way. At least these places have governed themselves for a very long time before Nigeria was amalgamated. So if they survived then, you have history of the Yorubas, how they made their sculptures. They're quite popular with that. Look at history. They were doing well. So why can't we, we would learn from Nigeria, I believe.
I agree with you.
I think it's the fear of the unknown. But round off, then I'll go back to Adanle Koko.
One man, the thing is that, look at this. Let me tell you what people where I'm from in Nigeria say. You know this? They say, you know what? In fact, they should shut off all the oil pumps. And some people are like, oh, you won't get any money. They're like, it's fine. At least we'll be able to farm and drink our water like we used to. They should shut it off because we're paying the penalty, but we're not seeing the money. So what's the point? What is the point? The people seeing the money don't live here. They have drinking water where they live. They can farm their soil. They can grow food. We can't. We can't drink water. Our children are born with diseases. In a place that was one of the largest mangrove swamps in the world with natural wildlife. My grandmother used to tell me they had hippos. They had crocodiles. We can't do that anymore. On the backs so Nigeria can eat oil money. And then they get mad when we carry guns and go to the creeks. This is the problem. This is the fundamental problem. And then they give us NDDC, start putting their political appointees in charge of NDDC. And then when we're trying to even fight for the crumbs from the table, they turn around and tell us they're going to put Bauchi, Anambra, and Lagos as part of the group that we're not even getting money from. This is the fundamental problem. So when we form militant groups tomorrow, nobody should come and tell us anything. This is the issue. We've been fighting, begging. They killed Adakaboro. They killed Sarawiwa. They bombed Odi. For what? For what? We don't have drinking water, yet we're surrounded by water. This is what we're encountering.
But
it is a fundamental blow to us. And honestly, and that's why I said to myself, after that happened, I said, this is the final blow. If they do this...
Speak for all Nigerians. I'm sure there are other places in the north that are even suffering.
Aizo is a homeboy. He only gets passionate when he affects
Nigerian citizens in different regions, they face different calamities facing them. Do you know what I mean? So we are all in it together. Every region is being mismanaged and suffering.
My sister, we're all in it. I agree with you. But I don't know if any of you have been to these places I'm talking about. I don't think you've been.
I've been to see Bayelsa. Family. I've been to Imiringi.
Have you been to?
I was there.
Yes. Have you been to? Have you been to Brass? Have you been to Okpoma?
I've been to Brass. Yeah. I've been to Brass. I've been to Imiringi, and what I saw there, I cried. But
you should come and see what I'm saying.
If you go to other places in Nigeria, 1 minute, so if you go to other places in Nigeria, I'm sure you would say, "Oh my God, these people are going through worst times in life." Even in the north.
Go to the IDP in Borno. Go to the
north
IDP
now.
camp.
You will even cry and say, "What?"
Yeah, but Bia, the difference is, my sister, the difference is they are not getting oil from those places. When you come to Bayelsa at night, one man, do you know what you see in the sky? You see gas flaring in the sky.
Yeah,
At
that is
night,
true. I
you see
saw it.
bright lights in the sky. But gas is flaring. Guess what? People are breathing in that gas. If you go
And
to
the
Port
guy,
Harcourt, when it rains, it is black rain. People's
Aizo,
roof
I
are
just
getting
want to
messed up.
add.
Mr. One Man, can I interject quickly?
Hold on.
I
Let's.
want to ask this
Oh
on
God.
why
This is not
these
Biafra
people
fight,
are
or
in this.
Mr. Biafra. We're not
Sorry?
fighting here. We are not fighting. We are just trying
Who
to.
says I'm fighting? I'm not fighting. I just want to ask the
Because
question.
Bia was talking and you just steamrolled her, but you
I
know.
just said I would like to interject. I never
Yeah, but
fight anybody.
she was interjecting Aizon, who was interjecting Ajanle Koko. Now you've
Okay, Mr.
interjected
One Man,
her.
We
please.
are
I need
one
to.
man. Don't worry. We are all one. Welcome.
I just want to answer
welcome,
something
brother.
you made. Can you hear me?
Yeah, carry on. You see, now he has forced his way through. He's not talking anymore. But back to Ajanle Koko then. So to you, Ajanle Koko.
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry, I don't like talking about these things sometimes. It gets me very upset. But sorry, go ahead.
No,
Sorry, one man. What I wanted to say is that what our eyes are saying is true, because I've seen it. The flames never stop. That flame burns all day, all night. It's true. That's all.
All right. Maybe they should move away from there then and go and relocate somewhere else. They should relocate them.
One man. Move from the land of our ancestors. Come on, man. Come on.
Don't worry.
Will a Yoruba man move from Ile-Ife?
You can
go. One man, I don't say that, please.
You can start from one man.
Please.
Move from
Come on now.
Our father's father,
our father's father.
Health and safety now. Health and safety now. You know,
Nigeria can chop oil.
One man to tease you, man.
Oh,
one man will sue you.
Sorry, one man. I see you are teasing.
Mohammed.
I see you are teasing. Sorry.
Mr. Adalekoko.
Yes,
Mr. Adalekoko, now you're talking about teasing. Yesterday, you didn't even talk about teasing on my side, eh?
No.
Who are you?
Uncle Alessandra was around, so he was the one. Since he came into that space, so I stepped back. So
fine. No worries. Yeah, that's good.
No, it's all good fun. It's a family gathering. We're all family here, so we can mirth with each other. A fantastic dialogue, folks. Alexander says via super chat. So that fantastic. Oh, am I frozen? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that fantastic dialogue carries on with Ajanle Koko as the we know where you're around Vin, because it's always it's kukuruku. So that fantastic dialogue carries on with the panel report by Lagos State now triggering the Leahy law in America, which prohibits selling arms to states that are using it for human rights abuse. So arms embargo on Nigeria, I don't even think America has a choice. It's their law. So what are you making then of this development?
That's long overdue. I think President Biden should have done that since he came in as president. Obama did it when he was the president against Nigeria. He placed an arm embargo against Nigeria, and it was Trump that came and lifted it. But with what has happened, the NSAS killing, President Biden should have reimpose that embargo on Nigeria.
The Biden administration is an enabler of terrorism in the world. Believe me.
Well, I don't know about that. I know that I will not agree with you.
Rogue administration in the US. Have you seen the shenanigans they're getting up to in America?
I will not agree with you on that. I mean, we have Taliban in place in Afghanistan. They have imposed sanctions on Taliban.
Courtesy of Joe Biden administration.
So they have imposed sanctions on Taliban. We just have to press hard on Joe Biden. We have to use every means we have. We have to use IPOB. We have to use Yoruba Nation.
You have to pat
We have to
IPOB
use-
on the back, because they're the
Yeah.
ones really pushing the American space. Remember,
yeah.
my introduction to that Leahy law was through the IPOB movement.
Yes.
Going to, can you hold on, please, Radio Biafra? My introduction to that Leahy law in America was through IPOB when they went to law in America to go and try and prevent them releasing those Tucano aircraft, saying that under their own law that they cannot sell to abusers of human rights, that they cannot release. So yes. So you have to give them the credit for that because they've opened that space.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying that we have to use IPOB. We have to Ilana Modua are pushing for it too. And Ilana Modua have taken them to International Criminal Court of Justice for all the atrocities that's the administration in Nigeria has enabled and have done themselves. So we have to and Ninas as well. So we have to back all this organization. Haizon is from the South. They are part of Ninas. We have to start this campaign, to save our people, because danger is ahead of us. So we have to do everything. So some people, you see, the other day when I went to Nina's protest, some people are saying before they're not going to achieve anything. People like Mike and some other people, it's not going to yield any results. You see, that kind of attitude by us, particularly those of us that are educated, we want to talk, we don't want to take action, we don't want to involve in this struggle against criminality that we see that Nigerian states has unleashed against our people. We have to get involved. Don't step back. Don't be behind. Support every organization that you think are fighting for the right of your people. Let's support them in whatever means we have, financially, morally, when it comes to protest. Let's show up. Let's do our best to save our people. So it is long overdue. We have to President Biden, we have to keep pushing so that it can reimpose this arms embargo on Nigeria. And the moment that happens, that will tell them, we send a signal to them that international world is coming after them. On what the Lagos state government did, the report of the Lagos state government has been widely accepted by international community. The United States has spoken in favor of that report and urged the federal government and the state government to take action. And there are Britain has issued out a statement in that direction as well, and maybe France. So this matter is an international matter. It's not a small matter. What Lagos State have done for that country, what Sanwo-Olu have done with this report, Sanwo-Olu is helping us in one way now with that report. And they are following it. They are saying they should act in accordance to the recommendation of that report, to do justice. So people think that our people that are doing this thing, that are doing IPOB or doing the urbanization, think we are stupid. But yes, we are going to get it somewhere. We are moving forward. So President Biden, he will be forced to support us at the point.
All right, thank you, Ajale Koko. Ajale Koko, let me move it on because I want to try and wrap it up within the next 20 minutes or so. So let me go on to Bia, who has joined us. So good to have you, Bia. So to that Davido space, Bia, just in what he purports to be a joking comment tweet in social media, suddenly raised 200 million naira within 2 days. Alarming. What are you making of that phenomenon?
I saw it yesterday, and I didn't really take anything to heart about it, because social media is a place where people express their own views in their own territories. He's got his rights to do that, so I didn't blink an eye. Why not? It's to, it's showing of love in a different kind of way. For me, I won't say it's bad. I think, is that not supposed to be his bad day stuff?
Yes, 200 million naira.
No, 100. He said 1 million each, so he was naming his pals.
Yes, he said 1 million each, and then people started throwing money into the account, and it's now 200 million.
And I'm sure it's gonna be more than that. It's to show the people that love him. So he's a giver himself. You know that.
So what should happen to that money?
It's none of my business. He can't. It's his birthday. He can do whatever he likes with it. He
200
gives.
million naira.
They don't look at the money. It's the intent.
Why not?
It's the heart that gives. Do you know what he's done for those people that are giving?
No, it doesn't matter. 200 million naira. What should they do with it?
I don't care what he does with it, because he's a giver.
Can he keep it?
He can keep it if he wants, but he
cannot. He cannot keep it.
You asked me a question now. Don't guard me like you're tackling me as if we are playing football.
No. I'm just very particular about that.
Nigeria.
Carry on.
Not even England versus Nigeria. Slow down. That's why I like to give you some punchy. After Alexander will jump
leave my sister. Leave my sister.
One man and his wife is in London.
Bia loves it.
They fight all the
time. I don't like to show. That's why I run away from the platform. When I say, this man is gay. One man.
Okay, carry on, Bia.
I like peace, so just let me land. So what I was saying, even my husband is laughing. He knows you one man.
No. When you said you like peace and he knows different, why would he laugh?
He's laughing. Like peace. Darling, what are you gonna say to one man? Say something.
Young man.
Like, what are you gonna do to him?
Igbo wife.
Say, what are you gonna do to him?
Igbo, yo.
There you are, Igbo Kweno. Thank you. So yeah, you were saying about the money. What should he do with it?
So I think whatever he does, me, I believe in live and let live. He's in his territory, is his sweat. When he was nobody, no one, dares to say what is he gonna do with whatever. Now he's up there, he's a public figure. I believe Davido is a giver. He's done a lot of charity work. So I'm sure he won't stop giving. And I believe as well that he must have, had some sort of impact, positive impact in the lives of these people. Someone can't just give this unless someone just give 1 million to Davido. Why? So you need to ask yourself, why are these people going to that extra length to give that money? People may say they are competing. I don't believe that, because money is so hard to earn. So whatever he does with it, I'm happy. It's his birthday, so he can. I wish him the world. He's a giver.
All right, yeah. The reason why I was pushing so hard was that it's my anticipation when he put it out on social media that put money in my account. I think he said it jocularly, and then he was in anticipation of maybe his friends will be putting 50,000, 100,000. Maybe the whole thing will come to 5 million, and he will have a good night out. So the thing has now spiraled into a phenomenon where 200 million and still counting. So that money has now become a thing. And the right and just thing for him to do is not to keep it, but to use it for charitable means. You cannot. He cannot keep that money now.
How can you tell him what to do with his money? His birthday money.
I will not allow it.
It's Davido's property. He can decide to do whatsoever he wishes. Thus, alas, let him just leave it. He's even still young, so yeah.
Yes, yes. I don't think he should keep it anyway. But like you said, if he keeps it, I'll be very disappointed. That's just
whatever he does with it. He's a charity man. He helps. He helps people a lot. So I don't mind what he does with the money. He's not a selfish kind.
All right. Tinubu campaign poster billboards pasted all over Abuja So now we are just now working on the assumption that this guy is running. So this is the calibration now that we have to factor into the political discussion, because we cannot keep on doing will he, won't he. His campaign posters now being spotted first in Kano, all over Lagos, now Abuja. So Tinubu poster in Abuja, is this now just a categorical that he is running?
He's running, but maybe he doesn't want to come out and spell it out. He's playing games. They're all playing games with each other politically, but they know what they want to achieve by their games. They're forming gangs, as in political gangs and political thugs, to get to whatever, do whatever they can do to lay their hands in power. Remember, he was at that building that collapsed, and he was there not just as a fatherism figure, but indirectly campaigning, you know, being in the public eye, in the news. He's been talked about, his good deeds here and there. So he's there in the game. But I don't know if he's going to win it or not, if his people are going to support him, if they're going to pass through his failings.
Would you like to see him win? And if not, then who? Or whom?
Well, for me, you know, the people say tribalism. After all, we're all tribal beings. Otherwise, we will have no origin, because origin and tribalism are together. But it's just the fairness that is important, that you look beyond your tribe and treat another tribe the way you wish to be treated. That is the fairness and honesty that should be. For me, one man, that's why, you know, I'm monolithic in my submissions here, not to get into the nitty-gritty of all their drama and shenanigans in political kind of arena in Nigeria. I wouldn't want to 2023 to happen. It will happen, but I don't wish any of them become president, to be honest. In my view, I believe Nigeria is not working.
But one will, so whom?
I cannot give blessing to any of them, otherwise I'm a hypocrite.
No, you're not giving blessing. I mean, you are giving reality. The reality is that there will be a president in 2023.
A blessing is my own submission, one man that I support. Even if I don't support, they're going to go ahead become president. But, you know, my contribution, I'm not going to be part of it. I would prefer that they change the foundation of Nigeria, first of all, so they can get it right.
They bury your head in the sand approach a bit, the ostrich.
No, one man, like, you know, someone said in their law, whatever, now they are talking about restructuring and all that, give power to the regions, like just what Iso is saying. Every region is going through different kind of characteristic catastrophe that they have different approach from catastrophe happening in the north or Yorubaland or Igboland. So give back power to the people who are electing you in power to take care of the people. You know, it's high time. Until then, it's just going to be the same set of people ruining Nigeria. And if they continue that way, there won't be any more Nigeria. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Bia. So, Bia, for reasons of time, let me go on to Vin, who is also with us. So, Vin, are you there?
Yes, please. I'm here. One man.
So thank you, Vin. So to this space, then, ISWAP, they released photographs of Brigadier General ZIRKUSU and other slain soldiers. This is off the backdrop of us being told severally and reassured that these people have been defeated. A funny sort of defeat, Vin.
They just killed my senior officer, a great officer, a brigadier general that just found himself in a very wrong organization as managed by the federal government of Nigeria and at the wrong time. You see, I always say, when I fought in several peacekeeping and peace enforcement operations. There is no time you will go for an advancement or engage in any attack that you will not be surveyed. The place must be raked first. Essentially, before ground troops will go in, I was an infantry soldier. That place, that space, that red zone that these people are must be raked
surveillance provided by the ground troops before these people go, because you do not know who is there. And one man I want to tell us here today that if you survive an ambush, it is by the grace of God. I survived an ambush when I was in Liberia, and nothing happened to me. It was an act of God that took me out of that ambush. If you enter into ambush, it takes the grace of God for these people to survive. That's exactly what happened to this man. Now, they have been killed. Why were they killed? They were killed because of the inefficiency and the cluelessness, the staying hands of the federal government to do what is needful in order to nip the insurgency in the bud. I am bitter. It's a big blow to the Nigerian government. And sometimes I keep wondering if this present army now has been managed by the federal government. It's the same army that I joined. Fought in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Somalia, and Bakassi Peninsula against the Cameroon and against the gendarmeries along the Niger-Chadian border. We were tough, and we were provided with all the things that we needed at that time to, effectively fight those wars then. But as it is now, I do not know what is going on, one man. I saw the body, the mutilated body of that general and the rest. Not just that alone. What about the other civilians? These are just human beings. Forget about the uniform they put on right now. They're done. What about the civilians? People that were being slaughtered, mercilessly. Their body dismembered, thrown into pieces, cut holes, machete holes across their bodies, mutilated bodies. I look at myself and say, what is going on in Nigeria? Don't Nigeria have a government anymore that can protect them? Why are Nigerians meant to suffer, pay this kind of price in a country they call their own? And these are the answers that I ask myself, and I don't know I have the answers to them. Wamban, are you there?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Can anyone hear me?
No. Yes, we can perfectly. Thank you, Vin. It's just a thing, like you said, the human story behind the uniform. This is what a lot of people often forget, the human story behind the uniform. Because there is a human story behind every uniform, because anybody wearing any uniform is a human being. The families, the children, a lot of them breadwinners, not just for their immediate family, but for their extended family. All of that in disarray are for reasons that are preventable. That is the tragedy of that space.
Exactly.
Thank you, Vin. Just a compliment to you from Alexander, who super chats to say, I love it when Vin talks military spectacular. So a real asset to this platform, Vin, because he, of course, a senior retired military personnel who deems to share his time.
Thank you so much, Alexander. Thank you so much. And if you wouldn't mind, you see, I will blame in all ramifications. I will put this blame on the doorsteps of the federal government, in particular the president of Nigeria, because I do not know his motives of allowing these atrocities to continue, to persist. How many soldiers are we going to lose in that country? Able men, family, responsible people. How many are we going to lose? How many civilians is the president going to preside their death over? How many? What are Nigerians saying? Those of them that are in Nigeria, forget about those of us that are in that's why we can only do what we can do.
What are they doing in order to save themselves from all this atrocity that is going on? Because if this thing continues unchecked, we will wake up one day and you will not see a country you call your own. That is what it is going to happen. If people look, I say, yeah, I am from Nigeria. I don't want to dwell on southeast and southwest. I don't want that. Old southern Nigeria, what are they doing? The political elites, the religious leaders, the traditional leaders, all that are involved, what are they doing? Are they going to sit down there because of their own political interests and allow their space to be taken over? Because this is what is going to happen. What happened in Turkey is about to repeat in Nigeria. And that is the reason why this present president is staying hands. He wants to, I read on the news today how they have taken over Niger State. It was on Quest TV today when I was watching, when they were reviewing the dailies. You see, these people want to take over a particular place, use that place as their base, what we call a base. This is what is happening. And the time, you know, the earlier we realize this as, you know, southern Nigerians, the better. For me, right. I am a campaigner of Biafra and Odudua nation. Simplicity. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Vin. And you are right. We say these things all the time, that they've taken over Borno, they've taken over Niger. When they take over Borno, they take over Niger. They are actually taking over. You are laughing, you know, because they are not, of course, going to take over Borno and Niger and Zamfara and then say, okay, we are satisfied. They use that as a launch base to take over the entire country and even the West African sub-region. But thank you, Vin. Let's go on to Ahizan, who is also with us. So Ahizan, to you. So Ahizan, now, this Lihi law, something that I wasn't even aware of, but I am now, that is a proviso within the American statute place that prohibits them from selling arms to known human rights abusers. So that now triggered by this NSAS report that came out of the Lagos State panel. So the Americans have no choice. They have to enforce this embargo. What says you, Ahizan?
Yeah, the Leahy law. Well, before I continue, Vinman, most people might not get people saying. Yeah, people might not say this a lot to you, but my brother, thank you for your service to your nation as a real patriot. It was really appreciated.
Thank you so much.
It's good to hear Nigerian military men that actually serve and don't murder their citizens. So thank you again.
We appreciate you, Mr. Vin. You are our hero, okay?
Thank you, Via. Thank you, Via. And God bless you all too.
And yeah, so one man. Oh yeah, before I go, let me just sing this one song. Abba Kyari Mama Daura Python dance the three.
Oh, now win the war. I don't dance one Python dance too. And Python dance.
Oh man, that was for you.
What did they win?
That is one man's favorite song now.
Look at that. It's
one man.
Una boogie Mary Nande, my love.
Look at that. It's into Ocean Cafe in Selby, West Wing, DSS headquarters. This is it. So that they win the war.
He will come out. He will come out. God's willing, he will come out.
They win the war. Not they win the war.
Yes, so one man, na you Saka, na you Sabi.
They win the war.
And you let more. Femo.
Look at that. Look at that.
No, don't worry. It will be fine.
Free Nnamdi. Free Nnamdi.
Free Nelson Mandela. Look at that. Okay, to you, Aiza.
Yeah. So yeah, so what I was going to say, the Leahy law is very leaky, one man, because the US hasn't been consistent in implementing it. Sometimes they want to use it to punish countries that have committed clear violations of human rights, like Nigeria has, but in other times they ignore it. I don't know if you heard recently, Ilhan Omar, who is a congresswoman out of Minnesota, recently invoked the Leahy law because America is trying to sell billions of dollars worth of
to Mexico
military. No, to Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia is
one.
conducting that war in Yemen, and they're killing women and children. They're starving them. Clear, open violation of human rights, and but they're still selling weapons to them. And some people also make the argument about Israel and the Palestinians, and they're selling weapons to them. So the Leahy law is good, but unfortunately, I think they use it whenever they feel it can benefit them. This is how Americans operate. So let's be clear on that. But I think in this situation, if they are not going to provide military assistance to Nigeria, it has to be taken very carefully, because, like Ajale Koko mentioned, we're dealing with insurgency. We're under attack. We're under invasion. So on one hand, we want to yes, implement this, find a way to punish the Buhari government for killing its own citizens. But on the other hand, we also have to be very careful, because we need help right now. We need help, and we're facing a terrible situation. And Jonathan's administration, when they hired those military contractors from South Africa, those guys were making progress, working with Nigerian military. They pushed Boko Haram, cleaned out local government areas. They were making progress, and then Buhari came in, stopped it, kicked them out of Nigeria, and we went back to this situation. So I think the Leahy law is good, in its idea, but sometimes in the implementation is very questionable.
All right, thank you, Hazan. So we got from you, Hazan. It's just really for reasons of time. I wanted to run through all the questions with everyone, but usually this afternoon session was meant to be 2 hours, but we're going on to 3 hours now, and that shouldn't be. So let me go on then to CBD to take his.
Sorry, bye everyone. I have to leave. I'll talk to you again.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you, Hazan.
Bye.
So too in CBD. In CBD, good to have you. I was surprised that you are still with us, because we made mention of the Igbo space several times, and you did not come in to try and redirect what we had to say. So I thought maybe you had left or something, because usually when we go to the East, you always want to edit the words, don't you, in CBD?
No, I will just say.
Look at that.
I will just say that everybody in Nigeria, when they wake up in the morning, the first prayer, the first thing they should thank God is that, Lord, we thank you for putting us in the same country with the Igbo people. If not, what would have happened to that country? Okay, let's not go there. Continue.
I agree.
I support that. I agree.
I support that too. I thank God for putting me in the same country with the Igbo people, because they are one of my favorite people. Outside of Yoruba people, they are one of my favorite people. So I certainly agree with that. But do you agree with this? Davido now, just what he proposed to be a cheeky tweet, suddenly finds 200 million naira in his bank account. BI is saying he should go and be spending it on stripper clubs, but I'm saying he should take it to charity. What says you?
Before he says something, Zibide, please, do you want to thank God that God created you in the same country with Yoruba people?
Yorubas.
Yes. Yes, Zibide.
I tell you, Ajale Koko, in fact, that is my greatest joy, that God created Igbo and Yoruba and put them in South, in old Southern Nigeria, and before the demonic amalgamation. If they didn't call it South, East, or Southwest, they call it amalgamation of Southern and the Northern Protectorate. So this division that they brought, we must cancel this division and go back to that old Southern Nigeria. That is my pride.
Okay, right. I have something to say. My own submission is that when we wake up in Nigeria, we should thank ourselves and each other, all our neighbors, regardless whether we like them or not, because you learn from living with the Yorubas. If you're Igbo, living with the Yorubas, with the Ibibios, with the Calabars, with the Fulanis, even with the Hausas, because in every of these cultures, you have the good, the bad, and ugly in them. All the ethnicities can be all bad, but we learn from each other, and then from there we should be able to find a way forward, either Biafra or Yoruba nation or whatever. But it's a good beginning.
All right, but to you in CBD, do you wake up in the morning thanking God for your laughing? Do you?
Me, I said that because of I'm going to say it again. They should be thanking God they find themselves in the same country with the Igbos, because they are different between. No, okay, for Ajani Koko's question, definitely Yorubas, they are very rich history and everything, and I really like. Of course, Yorubas.
Are the Yorubas superior to the Igbos in CBD?
One more. What type of question is that? There's
No,
nothing
answer now. Are the Yorubas
here
superior to the Igbos?
Yeah, obviously not.
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right. Carry on.
Absolutely not. Won't be a damati or
no, it's yes or no question. I said no.
Even the thought of it is discriminative. The thought of it brings division. Don't do that, woman.
All right.
That's one thing I don't like about you.
All right. Carry on in CBD.
Yeah. But I said that because look, there are people who in Nigeria who talk and who complain, and there are people who don't just stop at complaining, but also act and put their body, their lives on the line for every other person, and that's one thing I keep saying that. All right, so
CBD, you didn't answer the question now.
I have answered. I said
the question I put to you.
Yeah, I'm saying that I respect and like the Yoruba people very much. Everybody knows. I mean, people that have been hearing me talk here knows that.
You said your own. You said, "Oh, we should wake up and thank God that we are in the same country with Igbo people." Do you wake up to thank God that you are in the same country with Yoruba people too?
And the Hausas as well, not just Yoruba.
No, just let him answer. Do you, because it particularly mentioned about Igbo. So I want him to mention, do you wake up and thank God you are in the same country with Yoruba people?
With the Yoruba people, definitely.
Why are you so difficult? Why is it so difficult for you to answer the question, man?
Okay, sorry, John Lekoko. Yes, I thank God that I'm in the same. Because I'm separating politicians from the people. I thank God that I'm in the same country with the Yoruba people.
Okay, now that's fine.
Okay, yeah. So for Davido, I think you see obviously I'm with one man on that point that it won't make much sense if he starts using that money for his personal things. I think probably he's known for being very, charitable, and I think that's why nobody had an issue sending money to him. There are some celebrities that will do that, and maybe they will get 2 or 3 people to respond to them. But for Davido, because of he has the history of assisting people and supporting people in different ways. And I'm sure they know he doesn't need it. You see, that's how the Bible says that he that has more will be added, and he that does not, the one that he have will be taken. So they know he doesn't need that money, so they didn't have a problem giving it to him. And he will definitely probably just use it to do 1 or 2 community things or help people. And so I'm definitely I really, the only thing I'm worried about is like let all these other clouds chasing people not go and start doing the same thing online.
They will. They will now want to test their own popularity as well and want to.
Yeah, but I pray.
Because there's always one-upmanship in that space.
Exactly. They will want to now make it like a challenge. Somebody will come and say the video challenge now. Send me whatever, and I'm just hoping that when they get embarrassed, seriously, they will. For you, there's a reason people will do that for the video without thinking twice, and
And some of these things is just that moment in time. It was a novelty and people responded. But now when you start to turn it into a thing, they'll just, like you said, they will
Yeah,
embarrass you. Yeah.
yeah, they will embarrass them very much. They will embarrass them. So they should maybe people will be sending a 1,000. And before you know, they will not even the shame will not allow them say how much they have received. You know. So yeah, definitely Davido did a good thing, but it should not. I wouldn't. It should not be imitated. You know, people should look for their own way of of doing. You know, if they want to raise money, they should look for their own way of doing that. But Davido, I support whatever he did because I know the guy is a charitable guy and he will
So
use.
if you go to my Instagram, I'll be putting my account details up. So my own target to is 200 million naira, and I'm sure that's just launch
One
money
man,
for you. That's launch money for you, isn't it, ZBD? That's
one
just
man, you
what you
should.
use to spend on lunch, eh?
I think you should focus on 200,000 first.
Look at that. Now, but so to this space, in CBD, Tinubu 2023 campaign billboard spotted in Abuja. So let's just move away from will he, won't he now, and just take the assumption that he is, and then we'll look at that as the political reality that we are dealing with. So is it just inevitable now that this guy, yeah, he cannot not run, so he has to run, whether
Yeah,
he wants it or not, and he does want it.
yeah, it doesn't matter what he wants, honestly, and if he wants to run. I've been saying it here several times. Tinubu is just known. There's a difference between knowing and being popular with the people, you know. Or maybe I don't know. I don't. Let me not speak so much for the southwest where he's from, but Tinubu, he can do whatever he wants. Obviously, nobody's expecting him not to run. I think that's that's his intention from the beginning. Probably support Buhari. Then after that, they will support him and all that. But I'm even thinking that APC pushing someone like Osibanjo is a better political strategy for them because there are some people that still see Osibanjo based on because of whenever he took charge of when he took charge of the economy during the absence of Buhari, that period, you could see some drastic changes that improved the economy of the country, and so people still have that kind of is it that the people have that memory, and they know, and somehow they believe. Some people still believe that deep down the man has it in him to be able to do well if he's given the space. So if they want to push someone from the southwest, it's even more, if you ask me, it's more uh, it's wiser for them and more profit, it will profit them more if they can push someone like Osibanjo. Tinubu, I'm telling you, unless they use just some kind of, I don't know how they'll do it, but they can only succeed in that in the southwest region. They would, because unless they use some kind of mago way, Tinubu won't really. People from the south or from other parts of the south will be very, very reluctant in supporting Tinubu. He's not popular among many of us there. So, but yeah, that's what I'm. He can do everything he wants to do. He can put himself out there. He can put posters even in London, but it doesn't change the fact that he's not popular among many of us. We just know him, hey, Jagaban of Lagos, all that, but not popular with us.
Oh, all right, thank you, CBD. So, thank you, lady and gentlemen. So we'll round it off here as we fast exceed the time that we usually allot. So we round it off to reconvene in the evening. So I'll leave it here. Carry the conversation on within the comment section, but here I say,
Bye.
peace.